he's a great player. And I think he's gonna have a great season. So it's been fun being back there and really just seeing him fly around for the first time in a while. And I think he's happy. I mean, you can see it on his face. He's happy to be back flying around playing football.
Has the excitement started to hit the locker room, especially that Notre Dame and opening season is just weeks away?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, when you start fall camp, there's obviously an initial excitement because we're back to playing football, so everybody's excited. And then you kind of hit a little wall where it's like, all right, people need a little more encouragement to kind of keep going. But I feel like with this team, I mean, the excitement never ended. We got a really big game for the first game of the season, which is exciting for all of us. We're all ready to put our talents to the test and ready to show everybody that we're a great Buckeye team, especially on the defensive side. So coming into the off season and coming into fall camp, the excitement hasn't stopped. So, and I think obviously getting close to the game, it's obviously rised.
And speaking of that, still that the excitement hasn't changed.
Right.
A lot of this, the thing that makes Ohio State different is you've been practicing as if game one were tomorrow.
Right.
Can you talk about what makes Ohio State different in that regard, where you guys are always training like it's game day tomorrow?
Right. I mean, I think when you come to a school like Ohio State, I mean that's what you get. I mean, competition is through the roof. I mean, every day, as DBs, we're battling with some of the best receivers in the country, with Jackson and Marv and Mecca and X, JB, all of those guys, could be considered, some of the best receivers in the country. So, I mean, every day it's back and forth battle. The same with the D-line, O-line, linebackers, running back. I mean, every day, you got to bring your A game. So I think when you come to a school like Ohio State, that's what you should expect. Every day is almost, more competitive than game day, in my opinion. Because there's certain games where we may not face the talent that I see in practice. So every day in practice, you got to treat it like it's game day, and I think that's what you get when you come to a school like Ohio State.
How has that competition gone for you personally with the wide receivers you talked about?
Oh yeah, it's been fun. I mean, me and Jackson go at it. But that's somebody that I kind of grew up with, so it's been fun competition. And all the other receivers, I mean, we all have a good relationship. So when they get their wins, they let us know about it, and when we get our wins, we let them know about it. So it's been fun going back and forth with those guys. And like I said, I mean, those are some of the best guys in the country. So when I cover those guys and I do a good job, it makes me feel way more confident going against anybody I may see. So I think it's just back and forth, getting each other better, and it's going to pay off during the season.
Who's been a receiver that's caught your eye?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's hard to single somebody out, I mean, because all of them are so talented. Obviously everybody knows about Jackson, Marv, but even, guys like Emeka, Xavier Johnson, Ballard, all of those guys really have caught my eye. I mean, they're all fast. They all can catch the ball really well. And then when you have a quarterback like C.J. Stroud putting it, as that needed to be, I mean, it makes their job a little easier too. So, I mean, that whole receiving core, I think, is probably the best in the nation.
Tanner, maybe you were asked this already, and if you did, I apologize.
Oh,
but
good.
Seeing as how you were like the veteran of this defensive scheme between spring and now, what's been the development of not only guys in your room, but just overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think Coach Knowles said this too. I think everybody picked it up pretty fast, and it was surprising because I remember, when Coach Knowles came to Oklahoma State, we didn't pick it up that fast. But guys have picked it up really fast, and Coach Knowles did a really good job, teaching it, and all the other coaches as well. Coach Deliano in my room. Everybody did a good job teaching it, and everybody's assignment, I think they like what they're doing. The D-line like that they're flying around. The DBs like that they're flying around. So I think that also brought some excitement, on the field as well. So, but yeah, those guys picked it up pretty good, and we've been flying around. And I mean, you can ask some guys. I mean, we've been giving them some trouble this fall camp. So it's been a nice back and forth battle, which is exciting for us.
Are you sure they're going to
last question? Right?
Yeah, they should.
Tanner, how much more comfortable are you? You've been here for months now. Mm-hmm. You obviously knew the defense, but just life in general. How much more comfortable are you getting ready for this season?
Oh yeah, I'm real comfortable. Just doing it for this is my 5th year, so just being in college football, going into my 5th year. I kind of understand what it takes, to prepare my body prepare my mind going into a season, going into fall camp, things like that. So I took this process pretty serious just because, it's my last year. I want to make the most of it. And, there's guys counting on me, and just like, all of us have, families and things counting on us. So, you got to take it serious if you really care about it. So that's what I've done. And, like I said, my experience has helped me a lot, just knowing what to look for and what to do to, take care of myself and make sure I'm in the best possible shape and best possible position to have a successful season this year.
Last question right here.
You know what this system's supposed to look like.
Right.
It's clicking on all cylinders.
Right.
How close are you guys to that right now?
I think we're pretty close. I mean, obviously, you got to put that ball down and we got to go play. So practice, I mean, obviously we have scrimmages and, we look good, but you never know until you know. So we got to put that ball down. We got to prove it. I mean, I wish I could sit here and say, we look 100% good and everything, but I won't know until we play Notre Dame. So, I'm excited, and I think we're gonna when that ball's put down, we're gonna fly around. We're gonna make plays, but I guess I'll find out when you guys find out. So,
Thank you, Tanner.
Yep. Thank you.
Tanner.
All right, Lathan Ransom right here.
Lathan Ransom.
Hello.
Lathan,
How y'all doing?
For you to make the kind of recovery you did from that Rose Bowl injury, are you surprised that you've come along as quickly as you apparently have?
I feel that me and my family, and I just want to first of all appreciate Stu, the whole strength, the whole athletic trainers, everyone. They're the reason I made back. I believed in them from the jump. I did everything they asked me to do, and that's the only reason. That's why I'm at where I'm at today. And me and my family I stayed here. I didn't go back home. I stayed here in the treatment room. I stayed here, and this was my goal to come back and be where I'm at and play at the level I'm playing at. And I just believe, thankful to God and my faith.
When that happened, how bad did you think it was? Did your kind of career flash before your eyes or anything like that?
Yeah, that was definitely most traumatizing and worst thing that's happened to me. I knew it was broken immediately. I looked down and saw it broke. Last game, I mean, everyone's thinking the worst at that moment, and I definitely was. And I just want to thank my family and all the people in my corner. Coach Key, he was a big part in that. All of them helping me just keep my mind right.
Lathan, when did you get to the point that you knew you'd be able to compete in camp? Like, how far in advance, I guess, did you know you'd be ready?
I personally felt there was definitely times where I had my doubts, and I was nervous and didn't feel that I would come back. But like I said, people in my corner, Coach Key, Stu, Coach Eliano, my father, my mother, they all kept my mental good, and that's the reason I'm at where I'm at today.
What did you do this spring to make sure that you kept up with the defensive change, even though you weren't able to be on the field?
I think the biggest thing that I did was I knew that I couldn't be on the field. I knew that I couldn't do the physical things that everyone else could do. So I tried to improve my game mentally, and that was the biggest thing. I think that I've seen the biggest change in me is, especially because the defense we run and the players I'm around now and the coaches I'm around, I've came up and created a better understanding of the game. I didn't have that last year.
What role do you see yourself playing in this defense?
I see myself playing any role they ask me to play. Like always, I feel that I can play any position they ask me to play, and that's my goal.
Which safety spots have you been repping at?
I've been repping all around the field. Every safety spot they ask me to play, I'll just go down and play it.
So you feel like your versatility is one of the things that gives you a chance to help this defense?
Yeah, I feel that since I got here, I've been very versatile. I've always asked everything they've asked me to do. I've been able to do, try to do it to my best of ability, and whatever the defense needs me to do this year, I'm willing to do it.
Ryan Day was saying yesterday that he feels like this defense gives guys more opportunities to earn roles. Is that something that you're seeing out there?
No, I agree. Since I've been here, this is definitely my favorite defense we've been in. Allows the safeties to fly around and make plays. Allows us to just see the ball and go, not thinking so much, and I really appreciate it. I love that about this defense.
How similar was your injury to Josh's?
It was almost the same injury, except his came out of his leg, and mine didn't come out of mine.
That's a small blessing, right?
Yeah.
How helpful was he in terms of just being there to kind of tell you things are going to be okay?
He was definitely helpful. We had the same injury, so the recovery process was very similar. So a lot of pains I had, he had, and then just keeping my mind right, keep my mental right, and he was definitely helpful.
When did you feel 100%?
I felt 100% first day of camp.
Did they
Surprised by that?
No, because I know how much work I did behind the scenes, so I wasn't surprised.
did they have you any kind of pitch count or
Did you
anything
feel
like
pressure
that?
to like show out
Sorry.
right away and impress the coaching staff, given that you missed a lot of time and having to kind of step in and show yourself to Coach Knowles and everybody like that right away?
I think of course I felt that little pressure, but at the end of the day, since I got here, I came here to play free safety, and so this was the first time I got a role to play one of the high safeties, and I was excited for the opportunity to show them what I know I can do, and yeah.
Lathan, I know they recruited you to play the high safety roles before they moved you down.
Yep.
So you're back where you're comfortable at.
Yep.
What have you been able to show now that you're back at that spot where, first of all, the coaching staff saw you to begin with?
I think just flying to the football. I feel like I've been able to make plays just because what I see, I believe it, and been able to create a good opportunities for me, and I think that's what I've shown.
Knowles was talking about that, how you just kind of go and you're rarely ever wrong. Where does that come from? How did you develop that skill? Or is that just an instinct?
I think mostly instincts, but also because I have a good understanding of the defense. That's what helped me, and I appreciate Coach Eliana in that aspect because I didn't have a great understanding. My understanding for football and the defense has definitely evolved since last year, and I want to just tell that I appreciate that he's helped my football IQ improve.
Is it easier to do that when you kind of settle into a role now that they're not kind of moving you all over to different places?
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's definitely been the biggest blessing since I come back is I've come into and just played a role and just got to get comfortable there and see different things, learn different things. Ronnie Hickman, Tanner McCalister, Cam Martinez, they've definitely been helping me just come in and just fit right in.
Lathan, you said a couple times that you feel like you have a deeper football IQ now. Can you give an example of how that's shown up for you in camp? Is there something that you recognized when you were out there in the field maybe you would not have recognized last year?
I think I just have a better understanding of run fits, where everyone's supposed to fit, where I'm supposed to fit, and then I think our defense does a great job of everyone does their job. Everyone does their job. Everyone's going to be successful, make their own plays, and I think that's what makes our defense so special.
Even though you came here to play deep safety and now you are playing deep safety, do you see any benefit looking back to having those reps you had playing the slot corner and walking down a little bit?
Of course, I think that's definitely given me different opportunities to just line up in different situations and just overall have a better understanding of the whole football field, not just the high safety or the boundary safety or the nickel. I think it's given me a better understanding of the whole defense.
Coach Knowles gushed about you, but we also know you have Rod Hickman, you have Josh Proctor. It's going to be hard to get in there. How do you kind of feel your role is? Are you worried about how much playing time you're going to get, or you feel it'll just sort itself out?
I feel it's just sort itself out, and at the end of the day, our coaches are going to play the best players on the field, and whoever they decide to play, they earn that. And whatever my role is, whatever everyone else's role is, let's do that and try to win a national championship.
Wait, do you have any interest in trying the Bijan mustard?
I'll definitely have to try that sometime. Shout out to my boy Bijan.
Are you comfortable covering tight ends? How comfortable role? How experienced are you?
Yeah, I feel that I'm comfortable covering tight ends, receivers. I feel I'm comfortable covering everybody.
For you as a safety, what's the difference between maybe even a simple answer, what's the difference between maybe covering a slot receiver versus maybe a tight end who's going to be a passer?
Yeah, I think definitely understanding like who you're in front of. Tight ends, they love to use their body. They love to try to box you out. So you definitely got to be more physical when covering the tight end. When it comes to a slot, they're a lot faster, a lot shiftier. You have to be a little more patient and maybe not as physical.
Hey, Lathan, the physical therapy that Stu and all of those people help you with, how much are they also helping you with the mental therapy?
Oh, man, Stu's been great. I talk to him every day. I was talking to him, Coach Key, Friday, Zach Harrison. Those dudes I was in the treatment room with every day. They were helping me keep my mental right and keep me mentally strong because there was days I was down. There was days I was really down. And I appreciate them for being there for me when I needed them.
Can you do one without the other? Can you do the physical therapy without the mental?
I think you can, but I don't think you'll see the benefits that you want to.
Are you bigger physically?
You said,
are you bigger physically? You just look bigger.
Yeah, I'm definitely bigger from last year. So that's been exciting. Coach Mick getting us right in the weight room. So I give that thanks to him.
I'm sorry to figure out, when exactly did you get back? I remember seeing you around here doing stuff.
Yeah, so I'd have to think. All summer I probably wasn't. First day of camp was definitely like the first day I was really bad. I was doing stuff, but I didn't feel close to 100% till the first day of camp.
When did you start walking then? That was a pretty
I didn't start walking for a while. January, February. I probably started walking around without crutches February, March.
So you watched all the mat drills.
Yep.
You watched most of spring practice.
I watched all of it.
Like, what's going on in your head? Like, they're learning a new thing, and you're just kind of off to the side.
Yeah, so I think that was the hardest part on me. That was definitely the times I was at my lowest. I wanted to just be out there with my teammates. I wanted to be out there with my brothers. I wanted to learn a new defense. So first I was really down. After I cleared my head and kind of just understood what the situation I was in, I really just started focusing on learning the playbook and do everything I could do, because I obviously can't be out there with my teammates, and then just encourage them as much as I can. And then obviously seeing that taken away from me once I got back on the field, I grew a bigger appreciation and don't want to leave the field now.
Was there a day or a week when you said, okay, I'm good, I'm ready to go, I feel like I used to feel? Like practice or a workout or anything like that?
I think the first.
They put reins on you.
No, from the first day of camp, I was green to go. And then I think I had a good hit on Evan, and then I think that's when I really felt like I was back. I came down really fast and filled the alley, and that's when I felt like I was 100% back.
So that first hit.
Yeah.
Lathan, schematically, what has it been like to pick up Jim's playbook? Because he's been propping you up, man.
Yeah.
He's been giving you some serious props on that.
At first, it was a lot, especially because I wasn't out here to take the reps and stuff because I was hurt. So it was a lot. It was a lot thrown at me. But I think all the coaching staff, Coach E, Coach G, all those coaches, Coach Knowles, I took the time to meet with them and try to get a better understanding of the defense, and that really helped. That really helped me.
Have you always been
last question right
mentally like that, or did this kind of force you to maybe get more in tune with like being a student of the game?
Yeah, I feel that it took time. When I first got here as a freshman, I was a little immature, didn't understand how much the mental part of the game meant to me. And then since I've been hurt, I grew a whole new perspective and a whole new thought process of football, of the game. And I think my injury was definitely the biggest setback I had, but I appreciate it because it gave me a different perspective, and I think it's going to help me in the long run.
Thank you, Lathan.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
That's mine, dude. We get this every year.
It's all about connection. It's all about communicating. Communicating is one of the main things that makes this people successful. And we begin to
Thanks, JK.
Yo.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you, man. Okay, we've heard a lot about you, heard a lot about Jordan. How are you both now that you have had a year in the Ohio State program? How have you adjusted to Ohio State now going into year 2 for you?
I mean, we got a new coach, so it's a different scheme. My bad. We got a different scheme, so getting adjusted to that, it took a little time, but it's all starting to fall into place now.
What was probably maybe the biggest thing you learned last year, and now that this year you might get to slide up, play some more?
Just
you learned last year for this year?
Just how much your mindset can play into it. Like, if you get stuck on the last play, how much that can affect you, and like just moving on to the next play, how that can affect you too as well.
JK, does it feel like something's clicked for you over the last couple of weeks, just given the fact that you've gotten a lot more reps?
Yeah, my confidence. I'm building way more confidence than I ever had, so I feel real good right now.
Aren't you naturally confident as a corner, though? So how can you be more confident?
I mean, just getting the repetition that I've been getting and getting more reps in, so I think that's played a big role.
How much different do you feel now than where you were at this time a year ago?
I mean, I feel bigger. I was way bigger than I was when I first came, so strength-wise, speed-wise, I feel like I'm getting better in every aspect.
What was your size then? What is it now?
I was 167 when I first came. I'm 185 now.
What was that? I'm sure that was a big point of emphasis this offseason. What are the things that Mickey Marotti and the strength staff did to help you get to where you are now?
Just making the workouts real hard for us so that we could push through and just be stronger physically and mentally.
That weight change is just all Buckeye donuts, right? Just nonstop.
I be eating a lot of chicken and stuff like that.
How much did, for both you and Jordan, watching Denzel play as much as he did last year and have that role in the defense motivate you guys? That's your classmate, guy that you came in with. You guys obviously want to be out there with him. How much was that push you? I know you dealt with the injury, but this offseason to get out there on the field.
Seeing somebody in our grade start as a freshman, it just give us idea that we can do it too as well. Like, if he can do it, we can do it too, all as one.
And how difficult was it for you dealing with that injury last year and knowing, kind of took away some of your time you could have been out on the field?
It was hard at first because it's a sport that I really like, but over time, I had to deal with it and just follow the process for real.
Talking about your confidence, what's been your best moment of camp so far?
Probably getting the interception in one of the scrimmages.
Speaking of your classmates, Marvin Harrison, last year for him, playing big in that Rose Bowl, now we'll get more role this year. What is it like watching him develop into him going into year 2 for him?
Marv, he a really good player. Routes, speed, he got it all. So going against him every day is making us all better.
I think I saw him on like a freaks list or something like that. His physicality, the way he can in the weight room, is that all true? Like how much of a physical freak is he on the field and then maybe off?
When you go against him, you don't really know what's coming, so you got to be prepared on all 10.
Compared to last year, you came in, you learned a system. Now all of a sudden, a year later, you got to learn something totally different. What's the learning curve been as to what you had to pick up last year and now with Jim's system this year?
Well, last year I was hurt, so it really didn't do too much for me because I missed the whole season for real. So
you weren't even practicing either, right?
And then this year it's like
so
just
this
a fresh
is
start.
basically starting from scratch.
Yes, sir.
So what's it been like to pick up? Is it as difficult as a lot of dudes on the team are saying?
It's difficult, but when you get it, it's just football for real.
So do you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How well do you got it?
I got it good enough to do my assignment.
What's your relationship like with Jameson Williams? I think you guys are from the same area, is that correct?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, your cousin. So what's it like now that he's moving on to the NFL, first round pick? What's it like?
Growing up with him, I've been growing up with him since I was a kid, so seeing him do it just motivated me to get there too.
Who's faster?
We ran the same speed. So I think I'm faster though.
Has that spot kind of set a bar of where you want to get drafted a little bit, a few picks ahead of him in that competition?
I want to go first round. I want to be a top 5 pick. So.
Well, speaking of everybody else, what kind of name do you want to make for yourself, for J.K. Johnson, now that you are healthy, and what do you want Buckeye Nation to know about you?
Yeah. I'm gonna do my job when I need to do it. I'm gonna be there.
You mentioned that first round pick. That has been the standard at Ohio State. There haven't been a first round corner in the last few years. How much do you guys talk about, your class or the guys here just getting back to that level?
We always talk about getting back to BIA, so it's a standard, and we got to do what it is to be that standard.
What's it like working with Perry Eliano? Because both of the secondary coaches are new this year, and
Yes,
last
sir.
year, of course, they were different. But what differences do they bring this year compared to the coaches last year?
I feel a lot more energy. I feel like it's energy around the whole defense, so not just corners and DB safety, but the whole defense overall.
Yeah, what about Coach Walton, specifically working with him coming from the NFL? What's that been like?
Coach Watt a good dude, got a lot of experience, so he poured a lot of that into us. He poured all of it into us because that's what he liked to do. So having somebody around like that play a big role to get into the next level.
Does he ever tell you, like, back in my day when I played here at Ohio State, does he ever give you any stories?
Yeah, he
like
give
that?
us this the cut-ups,
Marvin Harrison Jr., he's entering his second year. You kind of put on display what he could do in that Rose Bowl. I'm just curious, what have you seen from him in camp, and what sort of things do you expect from him this year?
I expect him to go off this year. He catch the ball when it come his way. He got the routes. So, Marv going to do real good this year.
What about his skill set makes him so special?
He big, fast, and can catch. But he bigger than most receivers, though, and faster.
Your secondary unit, Fort Williams, was named a captain. Just how have you seen his leadership skills maybe be on display for your position?
Even outside the field and stuff, making sure, lift we good, on time, all that. Corey, real good leader. He gonna make sure we stay on point and do what we supposed to do.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, JK.
Appreciate it.
these free game now?
Honestly, yeah, they are.
Nice.
We're done here, so. I drink.
Don't have to tell me twice.
We're done?
We're done. That's a wrap.
Jerry's got himself a hell of an arm with that box throw.
Yeah.
I saw we got that on video. You bet your ass. Let's go on Twitter. I got so